Good morning, everyone. It is 8:30 on Tuesday, May 31st, and it's time for our morning briefing. Snapshot of the region this morning. We do have some updated numbers from the unaccompanied children. No changes to our declaration status. We do have some updated numbers from our ongoing damage assessments in Texas for 4269. And we have no fire management grant requests to talk about this morning. Now, as we switch over to the geo platform today, we got a little bit of rain out there. We've had lots of rain over the weekend. Kurt's going to tell us all about that here in just a second. No changes at the national level. Both are at level 4 steady state, as is the region. On Friday, Texas SOC went to level 3 for the flooding and all the heavy rains that occurred over the weekend. All of our other state EOCs remain at level 4 steady state. Both of our IMATs are deployed. Looking at shelters this morning, NSS reports 19 shelters in the state of Texas for 112 occupants. And then going over to power outages this morning, Arkansas 853 down from 8,100 overnight. Louisiana 685 down from 7,700. New Mexico 57 down from 500. Oklahoma 495 down from 2,300. And Texas 1,519, and that is down from 18,000 over the last 24 hours. As I say, Texas State SOC went to level 3 over on Friday. We maintained contact with them all weekend long with the help of the MOC, and they have no shortfalls and have made no requests. Now we'll turn it over to Kurt.
Thank you very much, Paul. And as you can see on the geo platform, we do have some areas, showers and thunderstorms this morning that will continue to fill in across the region. Basically everywhere from eastern New Mexico over to northern Louisiana has a chance for strong to possibly severe storms today. No specific focused area, but generally region-wide, and actually looking up toward West Texas, basically from the Big Bend on up to northwest Oklahoma, there is the potential for some of these storms to produce some localized heavy rainfall with some flash flooding issues going on. And as you can see, the color on the map down toward southeast Texas is the river flood warnings and the flash flood issues that we've got going on down there. Most of those rivers, well, a lot of the rivers down that drain out through the southeast Texas are actually in major flood stage right now. So we've had some evacuations out near Wharton. We're monitoring for any additional impacts or news we get on there. The Colorado, San Jacinto, and the Trinity River all have points that are in major flood stage now, and there are some other points that are expected to go into major flood stage in the next couple of days, even without additional rainfall. And the background map you see here is the 5-day rainfall totals, and you can see another round of very heavy rainfall is expected basically from North Texas all the way through the Rio Grande Valley, which will just add to the water volume in these drainages and will cause additional major to significant flooding across much of Texas. We can move on to the next slide. Looking at the matrix, we've got a lot of color on there. Really, this is a very noteworthy event. We're hearing things like 60 to 100-year floods again. Definitely sitting at major flood stages across southeast Texas, and additional rainfall is just going to make that situation worse. We could see some points seeing new floods of record with this next round of rainfall, as we're expecting somewhere in the order of 5 to 8 inches of rainfall over the 3-day period from central to southeast Texas. The good news is we should not be dealing with much in the way of severe weather, either hail, wind, or tornadoes. That's the only bright spot in this forecast today. Moving on to the next slide. Just looking at the JFO Arkansas, they're in pretty good shape, although they will see some moderate to heavy rainfall creeping in from southeast Texas into northwest Arkansas. No tropical activity to speak of, and again, you're seeing the forecasted rainfall for today in the lower left-hand corner and the 5-day totals in the lower right-hand corner. And as we always say, even though we're pinpointing, we have some maxima in there of 5 to 5.1 inches. Some of those isolated points are going to see double that amount, so it would not be surprising to see 8 to 10 inches of rainfall in that stripe, maybe even some places exceeding 1 foot of rainfall in the 5-day period. And we can move on to the next slide. Speaking of tropical activity, the Atlantic hurricane season starts tomorrow, and there's the outlook from NOAA for a 45% chance of a near normal season with a 30% chance of an above normal season. And drought monitor has been unchanged, and with all this rain you'd expect, we are not going to see very many drought issues in the eastern half of the region, and space weather is quiet on the solar disk. That's all I've got for the briefing, unless you have questions.
Thank you, Kurt. Appreciate that. If you have any questions for the Weather Service, you know what to do. In the meantime, we will take a look at the events going on around the region today. You do see the SLIM meeting later today and the senior leaders this afternoon. And in keeping with our trivia, the leading cause of weather-related fatalities each year is typically and Randy gets the lollipop today, right? It is the heat, not flooding. Good job, everyone. Any questions this morning? All right, everyone. Have a great Tuesday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.